What was I going to say before you interrupted me? I interrupt you all the time. I saw this. Missy has not.
No.
Deadly. Ready? Dance moms.
Oh my God.
Deadly dance moms. There is no one more deadly, in my opinion.
I thank universe every day for not being a dance mom.
You'd be like,
it's a crapshoot. When you have a daughter, you don't know. You don't know whether or not you're going to be a dance mom.
You would be such a ruthless dance mom that you could have your own show.
I could.
Like on one of those, what is it, like TLC or something? I don't know what it is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You could totally have your own show.
As long as I don't have to be on like the one with the guy with all the wives on that.
I don't know what that means. Yeah. Bunch of wives or husbands. Sounds too complicated.
No, actually, then you only have to really like spend time with a significant other like one day a week. And then you get to do your own thing like those 6 other days.
But don't you have to watch the other kids?
Here's the thing though. The more kids, the better, because then they keep each other busy and then you don't have to do anything.
That's true. Yeah, maybe it ends up working out. Right. So this movie takes place, as usual, in an upscale suburban neighborhood.
Where nothing ever happens.
Nothing ever happens here. And there is this crazy woman driving like a total lunatic, like no traffic laws apply to her.
She drive a minivan?
She's not. She's driving a brand new black giant Caddy SUV.
Well, the rules don't apply to you when you're A, driving a minivan, B, driving an extremely large SUV.
Mm-hmm. And she has a personalized license plate. Dance mom.
Okay.
So guess why she's going so fast?
She's late for dance class?
She is late for a dance competition.
Oh, wow.
Which justifies all the endangerment of others on the road.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so they are in the middle of a competition to see who is going to win and move on to get a grand prize at another competition. Which is
it's
a scholar
competition for a competition?
Yes. So this is the way, like the two top.
It's like a semifinal.
Whatever.
Okay.
For not being a dance mom, you certainly know a lot about this.
No, that's just basic sports.
Oh, okay. No.
Which you don't do.
Apparently.
Yeah.
So she was rushing because she was late for her daughter's, audition competition semifinal. Okay. And again, only 2 dancers are going to make it to move on to the competition and represent the dance school. And if they won, or whoever wins the next competition.
It's kind of like that movies, Girls Just Want to Have Fun.
Oh my God, that was the best movie.
Yes. Where they had to
sneak out the window.
They went to the competition to get onto the competition on DTV.
Oh my gosh.
Sarah Jessica. Oh.
And Helen Hunt.
Oh.
I think I watched that movie 5,000 times.
Absolutely.
And that's not even, like, that's actually, that's low.
So good.
I think it's more than that. I wanted to be them.
You young people out there that haven't seen it, they need to see it.
It's one of the best movies ever.
It is.
In the history of movies.
Mm-hmm.
So they show up and they're doing this competition because they want to win. If they do well in this competition, like I said, they move on to the other one. They can be on a music video and win a scholarship.
Scholarship to like college?
I don't know.
Just dance school?
Just scholarship.
Scholarship.
To whatever the hell you want. You do whatever you want with it.
Wouldn't that be great to just, I guess that would just be money. But anyway.
But if you call it scholarship, it makes everyone feel good.
It does.
So there is mean dance mom who drives the caddy. And there is nice poor dance mom who drives a car that's going to die any moment.
Like a 93 Toyota Celica?
Probably.
Yeah.
Okay. So mean dance mom, I think, is holding on to the fact that 20 years before she was the runner-up to Miss Indiana. I think she's living vicariously through her daughter, maybe.
You don't say.
Yeah. I think that's exactly what's happening.
Okay.
So I think this is the kind of person that, you know how they go, oh, high school is the best years of your life. And I'm like, oh my God, no. I mean, really? So to me, everything just goes up. It just literally keeps getting better. And because it was so crappy before, maybe that's what it was. So it can't.
There's nowhere to go.
There's nowhere to go but up. So this woman, I think when she hit runner-up at Miss Indiana, everything, like, really, that was her. She peaked. She peaked. And it was all downhill after that.
Right.
So what ends up happening is both Mean Girl's daughter, Mean Dance Mom's daughter, and Poor Nice Dance Mom's daughter are the finalists to move on to the competition.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
And Mean Dance Mom is trying to befriend Nice Poor Dance Mom.
Why? They're like not even in the same week.
They aren't, but see, I think Mean Dance Mom is like trying to, she's got something up her sleeve because she wants her daughter to win. Right? Yeah. And she's crazy. Like, she doesn't want her daughter to have any carbs. Her daughter went to eat a chocolate chip cookie and she slapped it out of her daughter's hand because, like, their maid or their nanny or their cook, I can't remember which one of them.
She has all of those things?
Yeah. And she doesn't work either. Yeah. So she throws, like hits the cookie out of her daughter's hand and it ends up in a fish tank.
Did the fish eat it?
I don't know. I would have still eaten it. So yeah.
Let her eat a cookie.
Well, you know, she's anti-carb. She's worried her daughter is going to gain some weight before the dance competition.
The mom is anti-carb?
Yes.
Does she drink?
She drinks constantly and takes pills. I'm not sure she eats, but she ingests enough pills for it to be a meal.
Oh, wow.
And the husband sees the cookie incident and he's like, we're done. You're a freaking lunatic. You're never going to be Miss Runner-Up again. Just deal with it.
Okay. So he is tired of her treating their daughter like shit, and he's like, peace.
Yeah, he's so done.
Well, I guess if you're a drunk too.
He's well done.
Okay.
So Poor Nice Mom's got like 1,000 jobs. Okay. And one of her jobs is at a catering company. So Mean Rich Mom books a party under another name and requests that Poor Nice Mom be the waitress on the day of the competition so that she'll miss the competition. So maybe her daughter will feel bad and not perform well.
Yeah,
That's mean.
I don't know how well that's going to work though, because usually people that are in situations like that to where they're already like in the struggle only thrive because they have that goal. So I don't know, dance mom. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. But she's thinking that it's the way to go.
Okay.
So what ends up happening, and she's like, oh, that's okay that you have to go be a waitress at this fake party. I'll take your daughter and my daughter to the dance competition. No worries. And on top of that, I'm going to rent a limo for them. So they can show up.
Well, she's drunk. She doesn't want to drive.
She's so drunk.
You know?
She's so drunk.
If you had the means.
Yeah.
Would you drive anywhere, or would you have somebody drive you?
You know, I feel like I could be more productive if somebody else is driving. Because then I can work at the same time.
There's just so many friggin' people here that, like, I don't want to drive at all. It's not that I'm a good driver.
I think we need a driver.
I feel like I could use a driver because then I feel like I'd be less stressed.
I feel like I could get a lot more work done.
Okay. Well, I don't care about that. I'm just saying that
I work a lot.
Well, I need to work a lot. I do.
Yeah.
But at the same time,
I could squeeze out another work of like 30 minutes.
I feel like I get to work after driving in traffic and I'm stressed out for like a good 15 minutes because some crazy lady like cut me off or something. And then I feel like if I had a driver, I wouldn't necessarily have to work in the vehicle. I would just be more calm when I got to the office. And then I would be more productive when I got there.
I see you're thinking about this quite a bit.
Yeah, that would be nice.
So, again, they're super psyched about the limo.
Okay.
Right?
Well, yeah.
So, mean dance mom blackmails the gardener. Yes, she has a gardener.
Of course she does.
She hides her husband's golf clubs bag, which apparently are expensive.
I would think it would be clubs.
She hides it, and then she accuses the gardener of stealing it. And then she also says, I'll call your probation officer if you don't do what I say.
So the gardener's already been in jail.
Apparently, they don't really go into the gardener's past, but the gardener is married to, I think, the nanny of the house. I don't know.
Okay.
There's a lot of help at the house.
And she doesn't work.
No.
Not that there's anything wrong with
Not
that.
that there's anything wrong with that.
But
I think that if you had a gardener, a cook, a nanny, I don't know.
But if you're busy being drunk.
She's so busy.
I mean, if I had the means, I would just be drunk all the time and have all those people do my shit.
There you go. Maybe it's just because you haven't had that opportunity yet.
Because I am the gardener and the cook.
You're sort of got all the roles down. And you're drunk at the same. You can do it all at the same time. That's the thing. It's it's multitasking.
That's how I get it done.
Exactly. So anyway, she says, I am going to call your probation officer, but hey, I'm also going to give you $3,000 to do what I say. So I'm a little confused. It's like she's blackmailing him, but she's paying him.
She's threatening him to do it.
But then she's paying him. Why is she paying him? To not feel bad?
She feels bad.
Yeah, she doesn't feel bad about anything. Okay. So what ends up happening is she gives the limo driver this really fake looking mustache. Like the fakest looking mustache I've ever seen. And a limo driver hat.
Okay.
Okay, so he's like, all of a sudden he's a limo driver. He's not the gardener. Are you following me?
Yeah.
Okay. So because they're poor, mean rich dance mom tells poor dance mom's daughter, hey, honey, I've got a lot of costumes that my daughter doesn't want or doesn't fit in anymore, and I'll totally give them to you because she doesn't have anything to wear to the competition. So she's like, oh, that's so nice. Thank you so much for offering it. But she said, but this is the thing. Those costumes are at the storage unit.
Okay.
But don't tell your mom that I am taking you to the storage unit to show you the costumes, because I don't want your mom to feel bad about being poor because she can't take care of you and buy you these overly expensive sequined outfits. Right?
Yeah. Okay.
She's like, do me a solid and don't say anything to your mom about it.
Okay. And she probably thinks like the rich people are so cool, so she won't.
Yeah, I mean, she's just like really excited about the limo and the costumes and being a finalist for the competition.
Okay.
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 So what happens is Mean Dance Mom calls poor Dance Mom's daughter and says, honey, I'm so sorry. I'm running late. I'm going to have to meet you at the storage unit. I'm sending the limo ahead to get you. I need you to get in the limo and they'll bring you to the storage unit and I'll meet you there.
Okay.
Okay. So she's like, okay. You know, I mean, she's just like, I don't know, 14 or 15 or something.
I don't know. I feel like even at 14 and 15, I still feel like that was a little sketchy.
Yeah. Well, she trusts her.
Okay.
Okay. So what ends up happening is the gardener that's dressed up as the limo driver picks up poor, this is really hard to say, poor Dance Mom's daughter and chloroforms her and throws her in the back of the limo.
Okay.
Yeah. You know how like you go like this, like, yeah, like chloroforms and shoves her in the back of the limo.
You know, I don't think there's enough chloroform being used in new movies. I think there's a lot of chloroform being used in old movies.
In the 80s, everybody
got chloroformed.
Everybody
knew what chloroform was. I guarantee you, if you ask a 12-year-old kid right now, do you know what chloroform is? They'd be like, no, I don't.
They'd be like, that's not real. That's not a thing.
Yeah.
It's true because
we knew what chloroform was.
Everybody did.
Right.
Everybody in the 80s knew what chloroform was.
Yeah.
And what it meant to be chloroformed.
Right.
Like a verb. It was probably like in
one
of
our movies,
school.
It was used in soap operas.
Probably we learned it, like it's one of those, you know, when you use verb, like you learn verbs in English in elementary school. That's what chloroformed.
Right.
So Mean Dance Mom lies to her daughter and says, I don't know. I mean, your friend just never showed up to the limo to be picked up.
Okay.
Yeah. She's like, we're going to have to go to the competition without her. Sorry. So Nice Dance Mom's daughter, apparently he didn't chloroform her well. I don't know if there's a
well, you take
information sheet.
So on like every movie that I've ever seen anyone get chloroformed, it's like a brown bottle that we used to use in chemistry class, like full of whatever, and they would take a white cotton cloth.
It's always a white cotton cloth. Always.
Would pour it on there and then shove it over somebody's face.
And you're like,
they'd have like that 15-second struggle and then be like,
exactly.
Yeah.
Well, she wakes up because I think he didn't dose her correctly.
Okay.
So she wakes up and she's tied in the back of the limo, but she manages to somehow, like, I think teenagers can manage to text no matter what their state.
Oh, they're getting chloroformed and they're like that. So they're getting chloroformed and they're like,
yeah, like they're and then they're going to take a selfie or something and then post it on Instagram or whatever is that, Snapchat or whatever.
Snapchat.
And so, like, teenagers, no matter what, they're going to be able to text, no matter the situation. So she like texts her mom a help something.
Okay.
So
I just got chloroformed.
She
being chloroformed.
She couldn't type all that.
There's probably is there a chloroform emoji?
Well, can you call Siri and explain the situation?
I don't have Siri hooked up on my phone, or I would ask her what chloroforming was.
Exactly. I wonder if she knows. Okay. So her mom does that, find your phone thing.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Like you can find your phone.
Yeah.
So she locates her daughter who is inside the limo. So she's following, like she's freaking out.
Well, yeah.
And of course, like any mom would. And is like, trying to find her daughter. And she's moving, like she's a moving target, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So she's a total rock star. So she goes up behind the limo. I mean, she reaches the limo where her daughter is. It's a big deal. So the gardener knows that the plan is foiled, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so, those fancy dashboard phones? Like you can talk in your dashboard?
You mean like just a regular car?
I don't have that in my car. I can't talk in my dashboard.
I can.
Who aren't you?
What year is your car?
2011.
They had that then. I don't think you know what you're doing.
I don't have that in my car.
Okay.
Believe me, that would be really cool, but weird at the same time.
It is weird.
Yeah, I have a 2011.
Because I feel like
when
you're driving by somebody, like literally like in 5-6 o'clock traffic or whatever, you can hear the other person's conversation like while you're in next to them and you're sitting in your car.
No, I like to creep on people like that.
That's true. But I'm just saying it's a bit much.
It's got its pros and cons.
Okay.
But no, I don't have one of those fancy dashboard things. So he talks into the dashboard
Mm-hmm.
and he's like, oh my gosh, this is not working. She is awake in the back. Okay.
So she's unchloroformed again.
Right.
Okay.
Okay. So anyway, he's like, it's okay, girl in the back. Just calm down. Just like anybody would just be calm if they were chloroformed and tied up in the back of a limo. Just
that's
calm.
what I need. I need some words of encouragement that it's not that it's going to be okay.
Yeah, that didn't help.
No,
it didn't help at all, actually. Okay, so what happens is he calls her on the fancy dashboard, Mean Dance Mom, and it's like, okay, we've got a problem. So Mean Dance Mom is super stressed out. She's drinking some wine. She's popping some pills and trying to figure out what to do.
Right.
She's like, okay, I'll be right there.
Okay.
All right. So she drops her kid off like at the mall and like throws her a 10.
A 10.
Yeah.
She's a rich mom and she gives her a 10.
Maybe it was 20.
Okay. I was probably
She said, go get yourself some carbs. She was stressed out. Okay. So she has to go find the limo driver and poor mom following the limo. So what she does is she runs poor mom off the road and crashes into her. And then guess what happens?
I don't know.
They chloroform them both.
Oh my God.
They chloroform the dance girl for the second time and then chloroform the mom and then throw them in the storage unit and lock the storage unit.
I'm interested in like what chloroform actually does.
We need to find out.
I mean, do people abuse chloroform like they abuse like other drugs?
I don't know.
Like,
or maybe it's like, you know how Coke was big in the 80s? Maybe it was like faded out in popularity.
Like, is it similar to like nitrous balloons?
I don't know. I never did that. Wasn't there a nitrous bar at WVU though?
There was.
That's what I thought. I never did that though. I was scared I would lose brain cells.
I fell off a stool there once.
Okay. So what happens if they're both in storage unit? Nice. So the driver feels like sort of bad. He's feeling sort of bad about it. He feels guilty. He's actually a nice guy.
He's not a nice guy. He chloroformed somebody.
That's not nice. That's not nice.
Once you chloroform somebody, you don't get to be called a nice guy anymore.
Okay, so he's feeling some guilt.
And he's already been to jail because he has a probation officer.
Okay.
And then he's accepting money and chloroforming.
Okay, I'm just saying he felt bad. He was feeling guilty. So he goes back.
He's reformed.
He was instantly reformed. So he goes back to the storage unit, opens it up because he's feeling bad. He's going to then nice dance mom just starts whipping out all these like karate moves and all this stuff. And then she goes in her daughter's dance bag and she pulls out a weapon.
There's a weapon in her daughter's dance bag.
It's aerosol hairspray.
Oh, that is a weapon.
There's nothing he can do. He's blinded. They turn the tables and turn around and lock him inside the storage unit.
She sprayed him with the Aquanet?
Yes, she did.
Nice.
I know. I mean, a resourceful mother, she's going to take care of business.
Oh, anybody who knows anything knows that Aquanet is highly flammable. And it could probably, just with one spray, stick your eyelids together.
Mm-hmm. It's like Gorilla Glue.
Yeah, it's probably more effective than like pepper spray.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
It might be.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I mean, think about it. Our elementary school principal, Mrs. O.
Oh, her hair was awesome.
It was like a helmet.
God, she was so
it
gorgeous.
Was like, it was the most perfect helmet.
It was
made of hair that I've
beautiful.
Ever seen. If you were to throw something at her, it probably would have bounced right off.
Mm-mm.
She had pencils in there for weeks.
Mm-mm.
Never fell out.
Mm-mm. It was amazing.
I was in the principal's office a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And she would just pull like pencils out. She would just keep pulling them out.
Mm-hmm. I mean, there were like dozens.
Yeah.
In there.
There's no telling what was in
One
there.
time she hit me with a the wooden paddle.
Yeah.
And her hair didn't move at all.
No. And her office smelled like Aquanet. I remember that too.
Yeah. She was really nice though.
Yeah.
She was keeping it real. Mm-hmm. So what ended up happening is now that limo driver, so the mean dance mom goes, picks up the daughter, they're on the way to the competition. Okay. Right? So,
well, I mean, you have to go to the competition.
I mean,
no matter what happens.
No matter what. That's really the priority. So the limo / gardener driver guy is in the storage unit blinded for the rest of his life. And so then nice dance mom somehow got the keys to the limo. Her and the daughter jump in the limo and they're on their way to the competition. Well, she gets on the fancy talking dashboard and calls 911. Okay. So she's explaining to the officer. So you can hear the officer through the fancy dashboard. So you can hear him talk back and forth.
Yeah, that's how that works.
Yeah, that's what they said. And she's like, officer, we've been abducted and chloroformed. And he's like, okay, so you need to pull over and we're going to send an ambulance to check you out. And then we'll take your report.
Is she like, there's no time because we have to get to the dance competition?
Well, she explains to him that they can't stop because they're on their way to the Midwestern private school dance-off. And for some reason, which I don't quite understand, this makes total sense to the police officer. He doesn't argue at all. He goes, okay, we'll see you there.
Okay. Because there's nothing else to do.
There's nothing else to do in the Midwest except to go to the Midwest private school dance-off. So apparently the officer even knows about it.
Well, I've had friends that have driven across the country, and they say the only thing in the Midwest is just fields of corn.
And the occasional dance-off.
So I would imagine everybody knows about
that. It's a big deal. I mean, it's a really big deal.
Right.
Okay. So the police officer's like, of course you can't stop. Of course you can't get checked out medically. You need to get there. I mean, hello. Yeah. So they meet them there. The competition begins. And they're on the way there. And no matter what happens, even though she's been chloroformed twice, she's going to dance.
Yeah.
She's going to dance.
It's super important. It's the Midwest something dance competition.
Private school dance.
Private school.
Get it right. She is going to dance her heart out.
Just have to dance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of like, what's that movie they wouldn't let me go see, but I ended up sneaking and seeing it anyway? Flashdance.
Such a
She's like,
and filmed in Pittsburgh.
That's true. Yep. She was a welder and a dancer. So a bunch of police officers show up.
Okay.
And Mean Mom, it's amazing how this comes together because all the police officers are hiding and Nice Mom gets to get the Mean Mom to confess in front of all the police officers.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So it's a bit of a cat fight.
Right.
But Nice Mom wins out and Mean Mom is arrested.
Okay. Rightfully so.
Yeah. So not only was Nice Mom able to get Mean Mom's confession on tape, she was also made it right in time to watch her daughter perform.
Oh, well, yeah.
Right. And she wasn't wobbly at all. Considering that her brain was like without oxygen or something.
I feel like she would feel hungover.
You would think so. I mean, I have never been chloroformed. We don't know. We're just guessing.
If you've been chloroformed, let us know.
Yeah, we want to know about it.
Let us know how you felt. I
know this is really unexpected, but her daughter wins the competition.
Completely unexpected.
Nobody had a clue this might even happen, right? Okay. So again, even though she was chloroformed twice, she was kidnapped, she was thrown in a storage unit, she still managed to win.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. So big scholarship, music video. I don't know.
I don't think they do that anymore.
Yeah, I don't either. Maybe that's what they just tell them.
Right.
So Mean Dance Mom's husband also shows up, which is unexpected. And Nice Dance Mom doesn't really have a way home because she sort of stole the limo.
Okay.
So Mean Dance Mom's husband says, do you need a ride home? And he's kind of hot, actually. And she's like, yeah, I guess I do. And he hands her the keys to Mean Mom's caddy with the personalized license plate, Dance Mom.
He just gifts it to her?
He just gifts it. He just hands it over to her. But what's really odd is not only does he give her a brand new SUV caddy thing, he also gives her an envelope full of cash. Right there in the parking lot outside the dance competition.
These are hush money in front of the cops.
But who carries around envelopes full of cash?
You don't?
I don't even carry $1.
I know.
So sad. But yeah, so he has a whole envelope full of cash and then gives her the caddy. And she's like, oh my God, this is so nice. Thank you so much.
But when you have a drunk wife that's going around chloroforming people, you probably do need to keep some cash on you. Just saying.
Maybe it's preventative. Like he knew something was bound to happen.
Maybe he just hands out cash and he's like, you know what? You're probably going to meet my wife at some point. Mm-hmm. Here's some cash.
That's probably the case. Mm-hmm. But I think I would be a little suspicious if somebody said, here's an envelope full of cash.
No. You're never suspicious of an envelope full of cash. You just take it. You don't ask any questions. If you don't know anything about it, you're good.
Okay. So I like to think, I mean, it sort of ends there, but I like to think that nice dance mom and mean dance mom's husband get together.
She's not going to be in jail for that long. It's just going to be like attempted kidnapping and stuff.
But if that's the biggest thing that happens in the Midwest, she might be.
Yes, she might be. You're right.
So we'll see.
Yeah. But I feel like she's pretty psycho. So if they end up hooking up, it's not going to be good whenever she gets out.
That's good. Yeah. That's probably true.
Yeah.
But anyway, I thought that was pretty good. You know how dance moms can just go berserko sometimes.
Yeah, that's why I'm glad I'm not one.
I have boys, so I don't have to really worry about that.
Yeah, I know. I'm a little scared.
You should be.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, everybody. Make sure that you subscribe and make sure to press the donate button on the upper right-hand corner to send us some money for some editing and
cider.
Some hard cider. Yes. We'll see you later. Bye.